Oh, me hearties, a very good evening to you. It's me, Scottie McClue. It's Thursday night. We've just finished the phone in, and I thought I'll do a quick pop up and just see who's about. Say hi to all of you and check that everybody is subscribing and tapping the bell on the YouTube channel. Very, very important, tremendous phone in tonight, guys. All I can say is thank you, thank you, thank you for that. Absolutely outstanding work by everyone that was on. Just, I wish we had the time for 2 hours sometimes. It would be incredible. And, or 3 hours. Who knows what the future might bring. But as a concept, the internet phone in is just outstanding. And all you guys are amazing. Lovely, of course, to be on TikTok with all you beautiful TikTokers. Thank you for your kindness. And thank you for everything that goes on here. Great chat, quality chat. The wonderful Maria Knight has joined us. Good evening, Maria. How lovely to have you with us, and welcome, welcome, welcome. You're always on the ball, Maria. You never, ever miss a live. You never miss a trick, unless you're obviously doing something very, very busy. Fantastic. There's Dis joined us, says hi. Hi, Dis. Lovely to have you with us. And a big Dinky-Doo to you, I say. How good is that? Wonderful stuff. We're live on YouTube, we're live on TikTok, and we are chit-chatting. We don't have the phone in with us now. That was earlier, 9 o'clock for the phone in. Dropped bottoms. Oh, yeah, boy. Dropped bottoms in Barnsley. Barnsley in Yorkshire. That's what I say. Fantastic. And Dumbarton. Yes, indeed. We used to have that in Dumbarton as well. Good evening, everyone, says Scottie McClue and Dinky-Doo to all of you. How's the day been? Says this outstanding day. This every day is outstanding. Good evening from Bamor in Isla, says the wonderful Ali McNeil. Kabrahau Ali Hakama Maha. How are things in Isla? We send you lots and lots of love to Isla. Fantastic. What a great place. How's it doing, Ali? It'll be beginning to get quite blowy now, and you'll be getting a wee bit of the rain dashing off the window. Tell me more. Good to hear, says this. Oh, the great Scotty, says Lausija. Lausija, how lovely to have you with us. And Dinky-Doo, have you followed us every day? There's all the followers coming on now. Thank you. Follow us as soon as you possibly can. Let's have a follow fest. And you'll see the link to the YouTube bio. If you can just click that and subscribe to YouTube. Hello from Kilmarnock. Hello, Killy. We love you down there. Samuel in Kilmarnock, Dinky-Doo. Tremendous stuff. Follow us as soon as you can, guys. And give me some likes. I've already got 30. I finished up the phone in tonight with, I think about, was it 6,000 likes? I've had 41,000. Yes, it's been windy all day. The raining has just started, says Ali. Well, that's fine, Ali. It should rain now until about May. That kind of thing in Beaumore. We love it. Beautiful parts of the world, actually. Am I not right in thinking, joking apart, that you're in a microclimate in Isla and you can get some lovely, lovely weather? Evening, Faye Airdrie. Hello, chap 55. Always good to have you on, Faye Airdrie. I see a cheery. Ken. That's what it's all about. Minhee has just joined us. Dinky-Doo Rumple's joined us. Lovely to have you with us as well. And Dinky-Doo Chase has joined us. Scotty Boy has joined us, says Ryan. Yes, true words, says Ali. So there you are. You see, I'm not just an athlete, Ali, or a pretty face. I know my Isla. I can tell you. Can everybody share this YouTube to let everybody else know that we are on? I should have set up another device to get the sharing done. There we are. Anyway, we're only up for about half an hour. What I'd like everybody on TikTok to do is go to my TikTok bio and find the link to the YouTube channel and subscribe and tap the bell. Thank you for 450 likes. Very much appreciated. You've got a face for radio. I have got. I also had a great face for television. I started in television and then I went on to radio. Not because of my face, but because I loved the radio. It's as simple as that. So there you are. And no doubt you've got a face not for the radio. But that's what we like. We don't want to shock the listeners. Tell 10 to tell 10 to tell 10, says David. So absolutely, I did lend dog. Yes, indeed. Any plumbers here? Will you be going back to radio? We might well. There are a lot of very senior discussions. Are you familiar with the internet phone-in? Have you watched and listened? It's on every night between 9 o'clock and 10 o'clock. 777 likes there. Suddenly gone to 807. Did you see Dennis Law unveil his new statue in Aberdeen? I did, bless him, Coelho. But it's still the same voice. It was so lovely to hear him and his friend Alex Ferguson. I used to listen to you on Scott FM. Yes, I used to listen to myself on Scott FM. Are you a politician? No, Slink. I'm a broadcaster, an international broadcaster known to 2 billion people throughout the world. Scottie McClue. It puts a face to the radio. Oh, yes. I can remember the name, but I can't behind the face. Scottie McClue, radio legend. I thank you, skate boy. Skater boy, I should say. There's Wally Legg. Just joined us, Wally. Evening. Evening. And to Aberdeen, Aberdeen. Evening. Scottie McClue, Dinky-Doo, Aberdeen. Did you do the cab radio show in the 80s? No. I did ITV News in the 80s. I think you should run against Boris. Do you think, Slinky Low? Do you think we'd do very well? There we are. Here. Absolutely. You'd like to hear Scottie McClue in the House of Commons. Hello from Bowness, the borough of Borstoones, Willie Legg. Dinky-Doo, great to hear your voice again, Scottie. Thank you, Skater Boy. Who's your favourite Prime Minister? I don't know. It's very difficult. See, I liked Alec Douglas Hume. He wasn't perhaps the greatest Prime Minister. He was an excellent Foreign Secretary. And he was a very nice man. The House of Lords. Into the House of Lords with me. You're dumping me in there, are you? Your ego is massive. I wish it was, Matt. But we will build it for you. That would be rather good. So don't worry about that. Evening, everybody. Now, who we got? Matt, I think you're maybe a troll. We have to say goodnight to you and put you straight down the Swanee, son. Matt's left us for being a half-witted idiot. There he goes. Bye. Okay, fantastic. Good stuff. Matt, you mustn't judge everybody by yourself. I think it would be fabulous to have you in there. Boris is an absolute buffoon. He's very entertaining. He's a very clever man, Boris, but I'm not sure he's right for the times we're living in. That's the thing. Brexit, bad news. The pandemic, bad news. Austerity, bad news. What else have we got? Inflation, bad news. What else have we got that's all been caused by this mob? Have a joke night, Scottie. Do you think so, chap? Hello from Kirkcaldy, the roughest place in Scotland. Tommy, there's nothing rough about the Lang Toon. McClue can walk about at any time of the day or night, and everybody says, aye. There we are. What's the first election you voted in? The first election I voted in. What was the nearest one to 1974? Was there an election in 1974? No, I wouldn't have been able to vote then either, guys. So when would I be able to vote? Oh, yes, I would. I'd have been able to vote in 1974. I used to live in Edinburgh. It was great. Moved back to Newcastle. Horrendous. Would much prefer to. Kate Ridley, do you know I used to work at just on the other side of the Tyne Bridge? Yes. And I used to look over at Newcastle. And it was all lit up. And where I was very dark late at night. When you came out, Newcastle was all lit up. I'd moved a pair of taps fitted in 1963 just yesterday. Wow. My auntie in Moss Park had taps from 1923, I think. Maybe it was 28. Thank you for sending me a Castle Fantasy. Hello from Barra, says James. James Kamaraha Hachima Maha from Barra. Lovely to have you with us. Falchi, Kid Emily Falchi down TikTok. Agus Scotchach McCluach. Guys, if you're watching TikTok right now, I beg of you, please actually do this. Go to my TikTok bio, tap the YouTube link and subscribe and tap the bell for the phone in. Then you are in business. Another pop-up, is it, Scotty? Just a quick pop-up, Cian, to remind everybody to follow me on TikTok and subscribe to me on YouTube. Now, that's not rocket science. There we are. You're back on, Scotty. I am Drewski, but without the phone in. Yes, so I can actually talk to all the TikTokers all the time and the YouTubers. There we are. Tremendous stuff. So that's why we're back on. Thank you for all your lovely, lovely likes. Terrific. What's your favorite food? Oh, anything edible, I would say, Slinky. I'm on a seafood diet, of course. When I see food, I eat it. Everyone should be doing it at this stage, Scotty. Cian, there should be no excuse. Who are you calling a YouTube? England. Yes, we love England, Thames. Well done. Where were you when JFK was shot on the way home from school? I got the news when I got into the house at about 4 o'clock, maybe. Would that be right? When was it he was shot? Was it midday? Where did you get the bunnet, old chap? I've got stacks of them. Look. There's another one for you. Ah, yes. There's another one for you. There's the Glengarry. We love the Glengarry. See the Glengarry? Very popular, the old Glengarry. Share the live video, guys, and follow me if you're live on TikTok. Fantastic. 1,800 likes, guys. Keep going. Tap, tap, tappity, tap, tappity, tappity, tap. I wear the same hat, but backwards. Well, I wear this backwards, and there's an emergency. There's the badge in case it breaks down. Can you read that from there? Let me see. Yeah, I'm trying to sort this for you. Sometimes it's not easy just to give the right tap. There you go. Right, can you read that? Scotty McClue, Dinky-Doo. Can you read the badge there? Where were you when 9/11 happened? When 9/11 happened, I was coming home from a meeting ready to go on the radio that night. Lots of radio stations cancelled their phone in, and we went ahead with ours because my boss realized that people needed to talk, and so did I. So there you are. What's the most shocking news you've ever seen? Mine was 9/11. Absolutely, Kalelo. Yes, indeed. I think we're all agreed on that. Dinky-Doo, everybody. Lovely to have you with us. Scotty McClue, live on TikTok just for you. Has everybody subscribed to the YouTube channel? Answer honestly. Say to yourself, if you're lying in bed scrolling, hand on heart, have I subscribed to the Scotty McClue YouTube channel? Guys, it's in your interest to do so because you'll get the notifications for the phone in. 2,700 likes, guys. Thank you for sending me likes. Thoughts on the football, Scotty? We don't really discuss football. I'm trying to get it banned, except on a Saturday afternoon for 2 hours. So I think we should get rid of football. It takes up too much of people's time. I've subscribed, Scotty. Robardson. Thank you so much for that. That really is appreciated big time. Keep tapping every day. There we are. Are you kilting, bro? No, not kilting the night, wookie. Do you think MPs should be banned from having other jobs? Well, it depends on what the other job is. If they're working for a charity, maybe they're still running their family business. So I think we've got to look at things in their merit. But if somebody just screwing the system, using their position as an MP to make a lot of money to shove in their back pockets, I think not. When Dr. David Kelly was murdered was when it all started. Well, Slinky, yes, that was certainly not good. It was a very interesting thing, but we don't know if he was murdered or if he took his own life. I don't think it's been proven, has it? So there we are. So we can't use terms like that. We have to correct it. It's all about the money, troops. So there we are. He was murdered. Do we know that, though? I mean, there is a book called The Strange Death of Dr. David Kelly. So there we are. You know, he may have taken his own life. For or against Trident? Well, you do need a deterrent. What's the Dr. Kelly story about? It was the time of the Iraq War. Love the backwards cap, Scotty. I only did it because a friend asked. So there you are. Thoughts on the diesel engine. James, I adore the diesel engine. Adore it. I was brought up with them. I was brought up on boats which ran Scottish diesel engines. Kelvin's from Doby's Loan in Glasgow and Gleniffer's from Annie's Land. There you are. Do you remember the guy? Yes, I remember that, Thames. I was on the radio that night. Are you religious, Scotty? I believe in a power superior to mankind. I wouldn't like to think that Boris Johnson was the most powerful man in the world. There we are. Greetings from Germany, Scotty. Vladian. Nicht Deutsche sprechen, ich bin ein Ausländer, nicht verstehen. Ja, ja. You're welcome, though. Guten Abend. I say to you, gute Nacht. The Mercedes diesel car is very fuel efficient, Drusky, of course. And then, do you know that Diesel named the Mercedes after his daughter? So there you are. Is that not incredible? Mercedes was the name of his daughter. Yes, and Rolls-Royce was, of course, C.S. Rolls, Charles Rolls, and Henry Royce. And Charles Rolls was actually into electric cars. J. Douglas, hi, Scotty, great show. Thank you, JD. I'll just say thank you, JD. Guys, as anybody watching, really, I want real honesty here. If you haven't subscribed to the Scottie McClue channel, please do it. If you're on TikTok, you'll see it on my TikTok bio at the start of the show. Thank you, JD. That's coming up now. That's wonderful. There we are. Tremendous. I thank you, sir. There we are. Now, who have we got? Roy owns Rolls Rolls. Yes, he owns Rolls Rolls. He's a fantastic actor. That I do love it. Oh, really, really, really high quality actor. I say, should we keep the backwards hat or should we turn it back? VW Beetle's best cars in the world. Yes, I've had two. The Volkswagen, the people's car. I've had two of them, I can tell you. Hello, Scotty. Hope you're well. A walk with nature. Keep it, says Drusky. Keep the hat as it is just now. Okay, since you've asked so nicely. Guys, can you tell me on TikTok once you've subscribed to the YouTube channel? You'll see it on the TikTok bio. It'll only take you a second or two. 5,000 likes on TikTok. I thank you. As an American citizen, I'd be interested in what you felt when 9/11 happened. Absolute shock and horror. We love America. Hands across the sea. Remember that Americans are basically Scots and Irish and North American Native Indian, you know, and that's basically your background. So we are very much in the mix together. Keep it back with Scotties as we scooter. Thank you, wee Scooter. Thank you very much every day. If you've just joined us on YouTube, make sure you give us a thumbs up, bottom left of the picture, and you subscribe to the YouTube channel because the phone-in started. Can I ask you, and everybody must respond on TikTok and YouTube here, have you all watched the internet phone-in? It's in its 9th week. We've just done show number 82, I think, tonight. Yes, 82. 82 shows. And the whole world should be watching that. If you've got an internet connection, you should be able to join Scottie McClue on the internet phone-in. Has anybody got access to lots and lots and lots of followers? So if you can share this YouTube, share the TikTok as well. And follow me on TikTok, that would be great. So a walk with nature, we really, really felt for America. Because I was ringing round American stations at the time saying, do you want Scottie McClue's show, which involved a bit of comedy? 9/11, of course, put a complete end to that. There was no point, you know, because it had just wiped out all the sort of fun and enjoyment from life at the time. And we had the most incredible phone-in show the night of 9/11. A Walk with Nature. We had a lady whose son had a meeting at the World Trade Center at 9 o'clock, and his metro got stuck in the metro. Oh my goodness, and he phoned her at 1 o'clock to say he was okay. There we are. Disagree. The Transporter is the best car. There we are. I've subscribed, Scotty. James, thank you very, very much for that. Thank you to everybody who has actually taken the trouble. I know you're not afraid of work, but it's 2 clicks to subscribe to Scotty McClue's YouTube channel. Dinky-Doo, boxers or briefs, both user depending on how you're feeling and what cut of trouser you're wearing. A bit trolly that, but we'll answer you. I was on the shift, so I didn't see the news until later. I was gobsmacked. I came in Galileo and it was on the news. And I thought it was a movie. And I said, what's this we're watching? And it was the news story of the plane flying into the Twin Towers. Hello from South Africa. Nicky, man, we love you in South Africa. Who's the man behind you? That's me. Who's that behind you? That's me. I've just said. Dinky-Doo, if you've just joined us, a very warm welcome, guys. We're live on YouTube and we are, of course, live on TikTok, big style. What do you think is going to win the weekend rugby, South Africa or England? England might win. I don't know. LMAO, says Franks. Hello, man, says Sam John. Hello, Sam John, says man. There we are. Nicky Man Dinky-Doo in South Africa. Are you having a braai tonight, Nicky? Are you on the braai? Do tell us. Do you have a villa east of Mombasa? Well, if you're a villa east of Mombasa, you will need to be very good at living in the sea. Do you understand where Mombasa is? Do you understand where east of Mombasa would take you? What a silly, silly, silly question. Silly, silly, silly person. I was working in Blantyre about 9:30 onwards. Was like a movie. You've won a village in Mombasa. I thank you very much. Are you in Still Game? No, but there's talk that I was the original inspiration for Still Game because I was very, very famous with my famous bonnet and my Dinky-Doo chat. And that was that. Another troll fell foul. He did Galileo, Doon the Swanee with the trolls. Guys, just to let everybody know so the word gets out there, it's a rule of the internet. You never, ever, 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 ever troll Scotty McClue. Or you get a lifetime ban and you get sent Doon the Swanee and you become toast. There we are. Now, there we go. Darren McBurney, we need to say goodbye to you because you are a idiot. A idiot. And we don't want you on here. There we are. Thank you very much. Rules are rules. Well, we just had to send that halfway down the Swanee. You'll see what you said there. Rules are rules, wee Scooter. And we cannot have Scotty McClue trolled by idiots on TikTok. You know what I mean? I know that trolls are just wee souls who've probably had their brain out. They're not able to handle a proper talk show, and they're not able to talk to Scotty McClue sensibly, so they do some trolling. I just thought, is anyone else in your house complaining about the shouting? No, because there's never any shouting. We're very, very quietly spoken. There, who said that? No, it's a guy on the TikTok. Right. You need hunters. Oh, we need hunters and hunters of people following us on Scotty McClue on TikTok Live. And guys, there's so many beautiful videos on TikTok. Get watching them all. Hello again, my friend. Hello, hello, Galileo Dinky-Doo. A Union Jack, Dinky-Doo Union Jack. Wonderful. Do you think Brexit's clobbered the Union Jack? Hi from Jonquière in Quebec in Canada. Je regrette que je ne parle pas français très vite si tu parles lentement. Peut-être je comprends. Je t'aime, Quebec. Lovely in Canada. Good evening, Scotty. How are you this evening, Max? We're brilliant this evening. Did you work in Hallam FM back in the 90s? Of course I did, Blades. What a strange question. Everybody knows that. I was Scottie McClue's phone in on Hallam FM. I used to listen to you on the radio at night in the 90s. Used to have the phone in. I loved it. And it was brilliant. We're hoping to bring it back. We're just seeing if the radio industry and the television industry are actually wakey out there, or if they're kipping. Scottie, I love your pullover. It's a nice blue. I thank you very much. I chose it myself. It was £10 in the sale. So is the UK leaving the EU had any effect on EU business as normal? No, it's had a huge effect in the UK. I mean, the UK is just a mess pre-Brexit. There we are. In fact, what you'll notice, the government obviously play it down. They're blaming the pandemic, but Brexit's your main culprit. The pandemic's cost about less than half of what Brexit's cost us for no reason. No, I meant Europe. No, I don't think Europe will be too bothered. They'll just be getting on with it. But we had a seat at the big table, Coelho. Now we've got nothing. 70 million people have been robbed of EU citizenship for no reason, apart from to stop the rich people exposing their affairs. Dear, oh, dearie me. And of course, the half-wits were worked from the back. Get your country back. All that stuff. And away they went, the elf garnets, like we clockwork monkeys. I like your hat. Thank you very much. How's Greece nowadays after years of money trouble? Well, Coelho, I think that Greece has always had money problems, always been in trouble. They shot the monarchy and things like that, and then got rid of the next lot. Poor Prince Philip was smuggled out in a drawer or a crate or something, an orange crate, I think. They were onto a British destroyer. So it's not great in Greece at the moment, but Greece itself is a very beautiful country, as we know. And I say to all our Greek friends, Yasu, and Kalaspera. Lovely to have you with us. And Kalanachta, Yasu, Greece, Yasu. There we are. Clearly, I'm half Greek, so I qualify to answer the question. All right, Slinky, but don't be smashing any plates on Scottie's TikTok. That's all I ask. We might have. Oh dear, I know they had to borrow millions a few years. Oh yes, I mean, we borrowed millions for the EU. We're given billions over the years. Look at our infrastructure now. That's all EU money. So there we go. Follow us as soon as you possibly can, guys. Dinky-Doo, follow Scottie McClue on TikTok and subscribe to Scottie McClue's YouTube channel. You've not got an excuse not to. 6,900 likes, guys. Is that not amazing? But were the EU making our laws? No. We had our own laws, domestic law. England tends to go on common law. Scotland has got its own law, which is a mixture of Roman law, Old Scots law, and EU law. So the EU law was very, very good for us and very protective of us. Now you will find you've got very few rights and the government can just walk all over you, and will. There we are. You're not just liked, Scottie. You're loved. Useless EU goods such as fighter aircraft. Well, I don't know that they're useless. They are expensive, though. There we are. That's why your taxes weren't paid. Scottie, you just blocked me on your TikTok. I was replying to another comment, not trolling Scottie boy. You can't troll Scottie McClue. Everybody knows that. Darren, I'll put you back up. Do not worry. We shall put you back up. I don't think I could do it just now without blocking everything else. There we are. And you'll be back up. You'll be back, Darren. There you are. Okay, Darren, I didn't realize. My mistake. You'll be back, Darren. Fair's fair. Scottie's a very fair man. Darren gets another chance. Can we call your show from the United States? Do you know if there'd be a cost? I think there will be a modest cost, but it shouldn't be too bad. But you should give me a quick call and then see what the cost is. But if you've got a package, I don't know what package you've got, you could check with your provider. And if you find out you can get it included, it'd be lovely to hear you. We need more American calls on the phone in. Guys, has everybody watched the Scottie McClue phone in? It's on at 9 o'clock UK time, 9 p.m. Now, I think that's 4 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So a lot of America will still be at work. There we go, Dinky-Doo. Ah, right, that's interesting. Sounds good, thank you. No problem at all, a walk with nature. We will sort you out, I say. 7,000 likes, guys. How good is that? And we've been back up for half an hour. Marvellous, marvellous, I say. Lovely to have you all with us. Also wanted to call you Scotty, but Canadian providers rip off people calling across the pond. Ah, Drewski. See if you can find a way around it. I'll tell you, I don't know if you've got this in America and Canada, but I had to make calls to worldwide radio stations. And the guy organizing it sent me a number that when you can ring for 20 pence a half hour or something. So it's a special number that redirects you and you get calls really, really cheap. See if you can find one of them. That would be amazing. A call provider that lets you call a number abroad. I also thought that if, we get very, 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 very heavily into the internet phone in and it all takes off as it should definitely do, then I think what we'll do is maybe even add an American number for you. And then you can phone in for pennies, for cents, for 2 bits. There we are. I'll check in with that. Do Drewski, see if you can find a way to call Scottie McClue on the cheap. And if we can get America tuning in, because over 7% of Scottie McClue's followers, viewers, YouTube people are American. Scottie McClue is massive in America. We love it. There we are. I think you want Donald Trump back, don't you? I just know you do. Thank you. No problem, Darren. We'll sort you out with that. Vicky's joined us and Archie's joined us. How amazing is that? Guys, if you're watching on TikTok and you've just joined us, subscribe to the YouTube channel and tap the bell. You'll see the link on my TikTok bio. Click, if you can't see the link, somebody tell me if you can see the link, will you? Hey, I'll check in with that, Drewski. Absolutely. Guys, somebody on TikTok, look at my bio and see if you can see the YouTube link. All right, give us that as soon as you possibly can. Dida Daly, thank you, Aidan. Very good. I'll check in with that. Very sensible, Aidan. We like a bit of common sense on here. Hello again, says the wonderful Neil Gormley, down in the south coast of England. Neil, hello. I've turned my hat around to please. We need an audience with Scottie McClue on the stage. We do, Jordan. Now that the pandemic's over, we might go for that. I'll tell you, my friend Alex Belfield, I don't know if you've heard of Alex Belfield, but he does a lot of Scottie McClueisms. And Alex is one of YouTube's biggest, brightest stars. And he does stage shows. I know that. If the government changed hands and the party wanted EU membership, could we rejoin at the drop of a hat? Galileo, you'd probably be back in that night, in principle. And then we get the negotiators in and it would happen very quickly. Also, we'd get a cracking belter of a deal that the Prime Minister should have got for us at the time. So we should never have left Europe. We should have got a belter of a deal. Alex is brilliant. You two together would be epic. Do you know Alex? Excellent. Dinky-Doo, Lala, Scotty, let me know if you've watched Alex Belfield. There we are. I can remember Alex from the radio years back. Very, very talented man. Very funny. Although I did have to phone him and pull him up one night. So if you've subscribed to Alex, you can subscribe to me as well. There we are. Thank you for a beautiful gift. Kelly Hall, you've just covered me in confetti. That's so kind of you. You sound like a Burniston character. Oh, I probably... Maybe some of the characters in Burniston sound like Scottie McClue. Alex is a hope for future generations. Absolutely. I mean, I am an old man now, as we know, but we're still here. Scotty, is it turnip or Swede? Both. You can have a turnip and you can have a Swede or a Swede. Ooh, that's lush. There we are. You are so cool. I thank you, 781726. You're very, very kind. That was very good of you to say that. I'm sure I've seen a video of you getting your picture taken. You will, Richie Ray, because I used to write for the newspapers. So I was all over the front page of all the national newspapers. There you are. You can still see it on the Scottie McClue website, www.scottie-mcclue.com. Just an epic, guys, says 781726. You're very kind. Now, I don't know what Northern Box Breaker is at. He says, hello, Harry, is that trolling? Is he a troll? What's the car behind you? That's a P38 Range Rover. It's one I used to drive, and I got presented with a gift. A beautiful model. It does everything. Did you go to uni? Yes, indeed. Glasgow University. Yes, and also qualified for Strathclyde University it is now. There we are. Fantastic. Who have we got? Users just joined us. Daniel's joined us. Harry's joined us. There we are. Now, Scotty voted to stay within the EU but got dragged out at the Scotland. Scotland voted to stay within the EU but got dragged out. You're quite right, Neil. 62% of Scots wanted to remain in the EU. So there you go. Now, there's a troll. It's not a harmful troll. GH Tiki Toki. You're a troll, and you know it. Never ever troll Scottie McClue. Northern says, hello from the United States. We love you in the United States. Scottie, I'd be curious your thoughts on... yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Misanthrope. Very, very interesting stuff. I'll not go into it on here because the powers that be tend to close that kind of discussion down. But it's a very, very interesting thought. So there you are. Fantastic. 7,100 likes. We don't want to upset anybody, if you get my meaning. Misanthrope. You'll understand exactly where I'm coming from. Dinky-Doo, everybody. Have you ever taught in the school university system in the UK and in Scotland? Yes, to everything. So, school, university, primary, secondary, tertiary, higher education, lecturing, the lot. I am Mr. Education. Where are you from, Scotty? I'm from the universe. I'm a child of the universe, but I'm in Scotland. There we are. In Great Britain, Scotland, one of the 4 countries that makes up the United Kingdom. Misanthrope completely understood, Scotty, no problem. Very interesting times. Misanthrope, hugely interesting times. And I think what you'll find is that the Donald will be coming back. Donald Trump will return to America. Trump is the king, they say. Is that not fantastic? Q. Now, what aspect of teaching did you enjoy? All of it. I love seeing people passing examinations and think, I've had a hand in that, passing that exam. Wonderful stuff. So there we are. But very interesting times, Mr. Thorpe. And all I would say is keep your eyes and ears well open. There we are. And be very, very, what can I say? Keep a bag of salt with you. There we go. I love Scotland. I'm from Northumberland. Well, I love Northumberland. I used to go to Gateshead, man, and broadcast on the radio. Century Radio. Do you remember it from Gateshead? What's tertiary education? It's the 3rd one, Cornelio. So you've got primary, first rung of education. Secondary, second rung. Tertiary, Latin, tertiaire, 3rd rung. And then after that, you're into higher education. dealing with higher degrees, masters, doctorates, MLits, DPhils, PhilDs. Scottie McClue's the king. So there we are. So if somebody was, say, doing a doctorate in radio or in television or in communication, then I might be asked to have a look at it with regards to assessment. There we are. Hi from Wishaw, Dinky-Doo. Oh, no, not Trump again. Harris will be the next president. Yes, short term, David, but I think Trump will be back. And I think Trump was much misunderstood because the media turned on him. Q. Haha, thank you, Scotty. Eyes and ears open at all times. Yes, and a big sack of salt handy. There we go. So fantastic. Scotland, where in Scotland are you from? We're from the West Coast. Scotty, have you ever visited the Outer Hebrides? Davar. That is a luxury I've denied myself up until now. But I would love to go to the Outer Hebrides. My family were great. My father was a great Scottish violinist, known as a Scottish fiddle player. And he used to go to all these places. He used to go to Stornoway and to Harris to see the Yosuchs and the Herachs and the Barachs. Yes, indeed. How lovely is that? But I know the Inner Hebrides well. You see, McBrain's boats, I was brought up with McBrain's boats, and they used to go to the Outer Hebrides. Lovely, the Loch Earn and the Loch Moor. Scotty, have you ever been to Eckford in the Scottish borders? Yes, I have, in Oxenham. Yes, I know the Scottish borders very well. So I used to stay in East Lothian, and I commuted to Sheffield via the A68. So I went through most of the border towns. Hi, Scotty, glad you're on this. Love the Scottish. I'm glad I'm on this. TikTok is outstanding. I've got 8,100 likes, guys. How beautiful are you people? And it doesn't show any signs of falling. Can every single TikToker right now go to my TikTok bio and tap the YouTube link, subscribe on YouTube and tap the bell? Guys, can you tell me, is it easy to subscribe on my YouTube channel? Is the subscribe button big enough? Hi, Scotty from Broxburn. Now, you've put 2 capital B's. Is that the right spelling of Broxburn? Because I can remember the sausage factory. What have we got here? Thanks, Scotty. Yes. Jay Douglas, what do you think about the federal banks printed loads of money, pumping it in to keep the figures up as hyperinflation is sky-high value of the pound worth less when they should put up interest rates? I think probably the market wouldn't stand a big increase in interest rates and everything would collapse. See, remember, these guys need to protect the bankers because they are effectively the bankers. They own the banks. If the banks go down, that's an end to usury. You could no longer demand you to pay your mortgage and everything. It's all collapsed. You see what I mean? So they need to keep the banks going. So they're printing money like crazy. The only thing is it interferes with what's called the fiduciary issue. That should be when there's enough money in the bank to cover the amount of money in circulation, so that when you take your promissory note, I promise to pay the bearer on demand to a bank, there's enough money to pay everybody. Okay? And cash is apparently a very good investment for the future. See, the bankers want a cashless society because then they can call the shots. Have you ever visited the Royal Yacht Britannia? No, I saw when she was in service. And my dear friend that died so suddenly about 3 years ago, 2.5 years ago, his very last day was spent on board the Royal Yacht Britannia. And his last photographs were of him in the Royal Yacht Britannia, bless him. I find it very, very moving. And then he was on a day out for his 60th birthday, paid for by his lovely family. And he went up to Glen Eagles and he died on the golf course, barely 60. So sorry to hear it. But his last day, the lovely last day with his wife, spent on the Royal Yacht Britannia. She should never, ever have been taken out of service. Again, politics of envy. Is cryptocurrency here to stay? Well, I think that's a product of the new dystopian world. You see what I mean? Although I think it's been a shock to the bankers because it could be what they're scared of always is alternative finance. There we are. I've just subscribed to your YouTube channel, Scotty. Thank you, wee Scooter. Guys, can the rest of you subscribe and tell me when you've done it? And I'll give you a tune on the squeeze box. There's a deal. If every single one of you on YouTube and on TikTok goes to my TikTok bio, taps the link, subscribes to the YouTube channel, I will play you my squeeze box before I go tonight. And I'll be going in about 10, 15 minutes max, right? Is cryptocurrency here to say? Well, I think it'll be here for a good while, Galileo. I have mixed views about investment, but I've seen people make a lot of money in a day. Just click subscribe. Thank you, Chris Grant, you top man. How's it going, Scotty? I'm still new to your streams, but I have to say they really do give me a laugh every day. Much better than listening to the radio. Keep up the awesome work, Chris. I can't thank you enough. We're in our 9th week of the YouTube phone-in, and it's brilliant, right? But a lady said it's called the Internet phone-in, and you'll see it on YouTube. You'll see tonight's on YouTube. Watch tonight's on YouTube. And a lady said to me tonight, I think you're battering your head off a brick wall. What I think she meant was this will never work, Scotty. Now, I've had 30 years of building record audiences on radio and television. So I see no reason the internet's tougher because you've got so much competition. Everybody is a competitor. But I think we'll do it. What do you think? Dinky-Doo, Scotty McClue, hi Matt. Stick to the Royal Britannia in the Rust. Stick to the Royal Britannia in the Rust. But no, Stuart Love, you're completely confused, dear. You're completely confused, love. There we are. We need a new royal yacht bringing work to people. Britannia brought fortunes into the people of this country. The royal family bring in fortunes. They're one of our greatest assets. And the half-witted idiots that go, oh, get rid of the Queen, taking money off us. Self-financing. Seriously, stop. I'm going to drop you an email about a few ideas. Would love to get you in to talk to our volunteers. Well, Chris, who knows what the future brings? I did a top podcast on Friday night, a week tomorrow. And I'm not sure when it goes out, but I'll let you all know. No, we don't, Scotty. Yes, we do, Stuart. We do. Trust me, you're showing your ignorance here. Talk to me and I will educate you, and you will love being educated by McClue. And you will then think, you've had your head stuffed with a load of nonsense. Royals are bad. Royal yachts are bad. That's just rubbish. Total, utter rubbish. So there we are. So come on and get your education about royalty from Scotty McClue. So there we go. What do we got, guys? There's wonderful people subscribing. Thank you. Can you scroll up, please? I can, Kean. I'm doing it now. Did he know he was dying imminently? No, I don't think he did. He seemed extremely happy. And his wife went to dress for dinner at the hotel. And he went to have a round of golf on the championship course. And I think he got to the last hole. And then he collapsed. And it sounded like he'd gone before he hit the ground. And he was a lovely big guy. He and I put together Scotty McClue, you know. So I shouldn't think so. I don't know how he was feeling, but he was having a 4-flavor milkshake at lunchtime. I remember saying that. I remember you years ago on the radio. Twitch Beardy, yes indeed. Scotty, you were over 70, between 10 and 11. On TikTok, it'd be a good idea for you to do the PH, the phone-in. Just for a minute. Well, we can't really do the phone-in on TikTok. I don't think TikTok have got that facility. I'm not sure they'd allow it because they wouldn't allow me to put the number up. They said, oh, you've broken a rule. I think it's the bots, actually, the BOTs. I don't think it's people. We need a yacht. Yes, we need a yacht, Stuart, because it's a floating embassy and it brings in fortunes. So you need to drop the attitude, drop the I right, and start listening to McClue's explanations. And then suddenly you'll think, OMG, Scottie, I'm so sorry. I've been getting it wrong all these years. I was brought up to think that there were bad people and rich was bad and they were taking money off us. And I didn't realize that we were dependent on them bringing money in. £210 billion tourism brings in, guys. I feel sorry for the man that is the new Royal Yacht. Spend the money of ours. No, it's good. It's well spent. Scottie, what is Aden now known as the country? Is it not known as South Yemen? Is that not what it's known as? I know when the Argylls were sent in, they had to sort out the South Yemeners wanting independence from Britain. But Aden has just been an absolute nightmare for the people living there. You know, it's a diplomatic nightmare. But are we not talking about South Yemen? Was there not an Aden emergency? Well, the Aden emergency was when the Argylls went in 1968 and got shot up the 20th of June. And that was when Colin Mitchell, Lieutenant Colonel Colin Mitchell, one of the greatest soldiers the British Army's ever had, was dubbed Mad Mitch just because the people fell in love with him. You know, he's brilliant. And he said, if anybody hurts any of my men, we'll kill them. So there you are. Wonderful. Look at the Argylls in Aden, 1968. And they had to introduce Argyll law because the British wanted out of Aden because they no longer needed it as an absolute pivotal port. You know, absolutely crucial to maintaining the empire. I remember your younger days on Scott FM. Yes, indeed, Stuart. So you should be educated by now if you've been listening to Scottie McClue since Scott FM. There we go. Phone in, everybody. Yes, yes. Do you need a yacht to rescue the refugees? You need a yacht to rescue the refugees. The refugees are apparently pretty well genuine asylum seekers. That's the latest. So there you go. But I think there are deals being done diplomatically. Guys, this is beautiful. We're live on TikTok. We're about to hit 10,000 likes. Isn't that beautiful? It caused a lot of political controversy, though Mad Mitch's tactics, his military career never recovered. Well, that was because they tried to pin it on him that he hadn't obeyed the order to throttle back by General Tower, the commander of Middle East Command. But in actual fact, Mitch was quite right to do what he did and had nothing to apologize for. And he should have got his DSO and he should have been moved up to brigade and been made a brigadier. Same with his number 2 and all the other commanders that night. I know them. I know who they were. Good evening, Scottie. A shout out to wee wishy George. George, lovely to have you with us. Excellent, Scottie. Yes, it caused a lot of controversy because a Labour government were not particularly good at leaving a colonial property, a crown protectorate from 1856, I think, or 54. Big statue of Queen Victoria, but it was a very hot, fetid place. But a lot of people from the oil industry and the marine industry had very good paid jobs in Aden. And things were going very well up until the early 60s. And then the rebels started. So there you are. And the Northumberland Fusiliers were sent in. And then the Argyll and Sutherland Highlanders. Fantastic stuff, Dinky-Doo. You'll see it all on the internet. The Aden emergency. Bless him, he died doing what he loved. No better way. Colerio, absolutely. If he was going to go, then to go playing golf surrounded by his lovely family. Sorry, I mean people will be watching more at that time on TikTok, so you might get some more subscribers. I want everybody with an internet connection to do two things. This will improve their lives no end. To follow Scottie McClue on TikTok, do it now if you haven't. 10,500 likes, guys. The other thing is to tap the YouTube link on the TikTok bio. You'll see it. If you can't find it, you'll see it on the Instagram link as well. And subscribe to the YouTube channel. Everybody with an internet connection should be following Scottie McClue. And if every single one of you has got access to big numbers on your social media, share all my stuff, please. And you'll get good reactions for you. You can grow your own YouTubes and TikToks through Scottie McClue. Are you glad Britain never got involved in Vietnam? I am, Robert. I wish America had never got involved in Vietnam. Bless them all. There we are. Yes, indeed. Miss Saigon. I'm just thinking of Miss Saigon, the musical. So there we go. No, his military career didn't recover and he became an MP, but I don't think he enjoyed it much. Bringing in so much more every single year. Absolutely, Claudia. What did you do for a living, if you don't mind me asking? I'm a broadcaster, Harry. I worked in television, radio, newspapers, opera, the theatre, banking and finance, and education, primary, secondary, tertiary, ASN, all that stuff. You've changed your tune, mate. Keep up the good work. What do you mean change my tune? I'm telling you straight. No change of tune at all. You'll always get the facts from McClue. I'm not just an athlete and a pretty face. I might look a bit silly if my hat's the wrong way around. There we are. So that's it. That's what I did, Harry. So you'll see 2 billion people know Scottie McClue. And we have to let that 2 billion know that Scottie McClue's back on YouTube and on TikTok live. And we are now. We're doing it now. There we are. Fantastic stuff. Right. I think we're going to have to go, guys. I'm just looking at the time. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. You're beautiful, beautiful people. Have we got time for a tune? No, I don't think we have. You'll get a tune next time. Everybody subscribe to the YouTube channel. Follow me on TikTok. Stay fabulous, you beautiful people. Sleep well. Good night. God bless. Dinky-Doo and ta-ra-las. That's our beautiful TikTokers have had to go. They are gorgeous, gorgeous people. And you beautiful YouTubers, you're always against the institution, not agreeing with it. No, Stuart, not when it comes to royalty. You know I'd love an independent Scotland, but under the crown. That's the different institution. That's apolitical. Yes, indeed. Good night, Scotty. Dinky-Doo. Good night, George. Dinky-Doo says Miss and Thorpe. Good night. God bless Dinky-Doo and ta-ra, lads.